rental property in Kenya. Let me start with a truth that many people or Kenyans discover very late, that owning a very good rental property can completely change your financial life. And I'm not talking about tens of properties. I'm not talking about a very huge real estate empire. I'm talking about one well structured rental property, because a well structured rental property can do three key things in your finances. Number one, it can pay you on a monthly basis, monthly income. Number two, it could protect you against inflation. And number three, very importantly, it could become an asset that your children and your children's children can inherit. But here the problem that most people never discover. Most people normally rush into real estate, and they do that emotionally, not strategically. What they do is that they buy land because their friends bought land, or because their parents told them to always buy land first, or due to social pressure, others are buying and you are not yet buying. So what do? They develop land that never develops, or develops very slowly. They buy houses in the wrong locations, or worse off, they take loans that they cannot sustain to repay. And what was supposed to be an investment becomes a financial burden, and it's not supposed to be that way. Walk with me. So that's why in this video, I'm going to walk you through the steps, 10 exact steps that you could adapt and adopt to buy your first rental property in Kenya. And I'm going to look at different aspects. We are going to look from a financial preparation angle. Then we shall look at choosing the right location. I shall look at calculating the rental returns. And then finally, I'll look at how do you avoid the common mistakes that destroy most first-time investors. And if you follow these steps properly, then your first rental property can become the foundation of your long-term wealth. So I want us to start with the most important step. Step number one, define your investment goal. Before buying any property, you must answer one critical question. Why am I buying this rental property? Because if you answer that question well, then the rest of your need to buy that asset will make sense. Why are you buying that asset? Is it for monthly income, for long-term appreciation, for retirement cash flow, or capital preservation? Because different goals require different property strategies. If your goal, for example, is monthly income, if I'm buying property and my sole goal is rental income, then I will focus on high demand rental areas, like areas near universities, areas near a big business district, areas near transport hubs. But if my goal is long-term appreciation, what will I do? Watch here. I might target emerging satellite towns around major cities. So you see, two scenarios, two goals, two different approaches. Without a clear goal, many investors buy property blindly. And blind investment is very expensive. It will cost you. I've done that. I've bought land because of pressure, and it's very expensive in the long run. So your goal determines everything that follows. Now that you have ticked that bracket, let's go to step number two, and this is very key. Step two, assess your financial position. Real estate is capital intensive. Let no one lie to you. So before you start looking for property, you must first evaluate three things. Number one, your available deposit. Most property purchases normally require 10 to 30% upfront, depending on the financing structure that's available or that is being offered by whoever is selling. Second, factor number two, your ability to sustain the property. Buying is very different, but sustaining and managing property becomes a very different story. And there are factors like vacancy periods, maintenance costs, and unexpected repairs that always dig deeper into your pocket, much deeper than you expected. So you must be able to sustain those periods financially. Third, and the last one, your borrowing capacity. If your plan is to use either mortgage or SACCO financing, the lenders will evaluate your income stability and debt levels. And a rental property should strengthen your finances and not strain them. Another key step number three, we have done step number one and number two. Let's go to step number three. Choose the right location. In real estate, there's a phrase that you'll hear repeatedly over and over again: location, location, location. And location matters. Why? This is because a good property in a bad location will struggle, but an average property in a very good or strong location will thrive and do very well. When evaluating location in Kenya, look for three signals. Signal number one, population growth. Look for those areas that are experiencing rapid population growth. Number two, infrastructure development. We always know that areas that are experiencing rapid growth, that growth is due to infrastructure. So when infrastructure is good, people will come. Roads, transport system, schools, hospitals, shopping centers, these places dramatically increase the property attractiveness. Number three, employment activity. Areas near industrial zones, areas near universities, or areas near big commercial hubs will always be in demand because they're always attracting people. Rental income comes from people, so always follow where people are moving. If there's a secret to rental income, then it has to be connected to people, so follow the people. Step number four, decide on the type of rental property. Not all rental properties perform the same. You have got different options. You can do bed sitters or studio units. You could do 1 or 2 bedroom apartments. You could do student housing, which is very lucrative. You could do single family rental homes or multi unit rental buildings. All these have got their different uh, uh, cost. They have got cost implication. They have got advantages and they have got disadvantages. So it's important that you fit yourself where your budget allows. For example, bed sitters and 1 bedroom units will often have higher occupancy rates because they're affordable. But if you have 3, 4, or 5 bedroom houses, they are not affordable, especially to the common people. Family homes will attract long-term tenants but may have lower turnover. A student housing, on the other hand, can deliver very strong and attractive rental yields, but they require very good management. So your choice of the property type should always align with the investment goal and budget. We've talked about them. Step number five, this is key, calculate the rental yield. Now, many first-time rental investors or rental owners make this mistake. They fall in love with property without calculating the numbers. And it's always about the numbers. Rental property is not just about ownership, it has to give you cash flow. It has to be evaluated in terms of cash flow performance. So rental yields simply means how much income the property generates compared to its cost. A quick example. If a property costs 5 million and it generates 40,000 per month, then it will generate 480,000 per year, and your gross yield will be something like around 9.6% annually. So remember that you must also consider other factors like maintenance costs, taxes, vacancies, and management costs that will significantly affect the how much money you take home. A property must first make financial sense, not just emotional sense. Mistake number six, secure financing. There are several ways that Kenyans finance rental property purchases, and the most common ones are personal savings. You saved for 10 years or 20 years or 30 years. Number two, mortgage loans. Number three, SACCO financing. And then number four, joint venture or partnerships, where you joining with someone and then building property. It's paramount for you to understand that mortgages will allow you to acquire property sooner, but also will also introduce to you interest, costs, and repayment pressure. SACCO loans, on the other hand, offer more flexible terms. They'll give you more flexible payment or repayment terms, especially for members with strong saving history. Whichever route that you choose, ensure that the rental income can comfortably support the financing structure that you decide to go with. Your investment should work for you and should not work against you. Step number 7, perform proper due diligence. Before you put your money or before you pay for any property, conduct due diligence, and it has to be thorough. And this includes things like verifying the title deed. Number 2, confirming ownership legitimacy. Number 3, checking land registry records. And number 4, ensuring that there are no legal disputes. You should also confirm the following: zoning regulations, property approvals, and utility access. Never skip this process because it might come to bite you later on. Step number 8, understand all the hidden costs. The purchase price is only part of the cost. There are other additional expenses that include legal fees, stamp duties, valuation costs, registration fees, renovation or furnishing costs, management costs, name them. And this will add several thousand shillings depending on the property value. And understanding these costs early will help you prevent unpleasant surprises that might follow you later on. And always budget beyond the purchase price. Step number 9, plan property management. Owning rental property means a lot of things, and one of those things is managing tenants. Another one, number 2, repairs. Number 3, operations. And this thing can take a toll of your mind and your time. So you have got 2 options. Number 1, you can either manage the property yourself with the headache. Number 2, hire professional property manager. Professional managers typically charge between 8% to 10% of the rental income, so that if they're collecting 100 Gs, 100,000, then you're going to pay them maybe 10,000 or 8,000. This number varies, just using that for purposes of this video. But they'll handle tenant screening, rent collection, maintenance, coordination, and all other things that would rather be on your back. For investors with full-time careers, this will significantly reduce the stress. Rental property or rental income does not need to become a second job. Step number 10, the last one. Think long-term. Think in decades. Because rental property is normally a long-term wealth asset. Its true powers comes from rental income, property appreciation, and loan repayment over time. Over the years, tenants will effectively help you to repay down your property if you are taken a loan. And once the loan is cleared, the rental income becomes cash flow because now you've cleared all the loan that you took. That is why many financially independent individuals build wealth through carefully selected rental property. But it starts with buying the right property first. So as I conclude, it's paramount for you to understand the following: that buying your first rental property in Kenya is not about speculation. It's a strategy. And when done properly and well, one rental property can become a source of consistent income. Number 2, a hedge against inflation. And number 3, a cornerstone of generational wealth. But the key is discipline and due diligence and just following through the 10 steps that we've looked at. That's our video for today. And if you found it helpful, make sure that you subscribe, because on this channel, we talk about investing, retirement planning, and building financial security, not only in Kenya, but for everyone globally. And if you're serious about building wealth and through property acquisition, start by planning your first investment today. And that's the video for today. I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye for now.